Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Sagittarius for mid-month December. You can have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross-watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, Sagittarius. They didn't really have me do like a big meditative session for some reason. Instead, they told me to just get a song for you guys. So I assume that's the message they wanted me to hear. Normally, like sometimes that's how they decide to give them to me. So the song that I got for you is a song called Lost in the Lost on the River, number 20 by the New Basement Tapes. And before I even started listening to the lyrics of that song, the message that I got right away just from the title was that you could be feeling a little bit emotionally lost, emotionally discontent right now, because rivers, you know, are water, and so that water has to do with like our emotions. And in the song, they're talking about a woman who is lost on the river, right? But in the song, it's a metaphor for relationships. So maybe you've been kind of going through a lot of... I was getting the message that maybe you've been going like on a lot of first dates, or it could be like meeting people online, like on a dating app. You know, it's like where it looks promising and then all of a sudden it's like they just like ghost you or something like that. Because it was saying something about, the lyrics were saying something about kind of like how it's almost like the waves were like beating you over and over and over. Like maybe you were just on a raft, right? Where you wish you had like a bigger boat, or you were on dry land or whatever. But you made it through. And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening. And they also talk about an island, a small island with a tall, pale tree. And so I feel like that's almost like you have in your mind's eye what it is you want out of a relationship. And it's almost like you can see it, right? But it's not your reality yet. But you are very, very ready for it to be your reality, is what I'm getting. Okay. And also I was getting like the Six of Swords very heavily when I was listening to the song. I just kept hearing or like seeing the Six of Swords, like the traditional Six of Swords card, where they're on a raft and they're going off on a river, and it's almost like they're leaving troubled water or like troubled things behind in search for new, but you don't know how long that journey is going to be, right? It could be 1 hour, it could be a year, you know. It just really depends on your situation and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Fountain Tarot, which is fitting because we are talking about water here. So that's interesting that I decided to use this one, because I didn't even have it out. I just like looked over and I decided to grab it when I was getting into your message. Okay. What is the message for Sagittarius for mid-month December, please, Sagittarius, mid-month December? King of Coins, King of Pentacles, with the Knight of Swords on the bottom. Okay, let me look here. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is this is almost like the image that I was getting, not the image that I was getting, but it was almost like it's a similar vibe of like the island with the tall pale tree. Because we have these like the needles here from like a pine tree, and then like all this vegetation, right? And it's almost like that light from this pentacle is shining down onto this man, and it's like that paleness, right? So it's like that tall, pale man. And it's almost like they're through this portal here, right? And you're on this mission, because I feel like this is kind of you in search of. This is you, because I did see the Six of Swords, but this is the Knight of Swords, and he's also on the move, right? And what I'm getting with all these rainbow lines here is that it's like jumping from the first dates kind of thing, right? Where it's like you're just kind of like breezing through all these things, but you're just ready. You're not, you don't want this anymore, because you're going over a bridge above all of it, right? Where it's just like fast moving, fast moving, fast moving, fast moving. And you're fast moving as well, but only because you want to get to this. You want to get to the stability. You want to have like your person. And they did say that for some of you, you could be, this person could be maybe a little bit older than you, that you're kind of like, you're in search of them, but you don't know what you're searching for, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going. What else for Sagittarius mid-month? December. Seven of Cups almost came out, but it went back in. Sagittarius mid-month December. Oh, Knight of Swords is on the bottom again. The Hanged Man. And the Wheel of Fortune. You know what's interesting? So in the in that song, they were talking about like watching the sun rise over and over again, and kind of like, it's almost like, this could obviously be vice versa, but it's almost like the person on the island that you're going towards is waiting, or you're waiting and someone is coming towards you, and you're both waiting for change. Because of the Wheel of Fortune. But the reason I was getting that, because they were talking about the sun setting and or rising every day, and so here the sun is either setting or rising. It doesn't really, you know, they're not really specifying, but I'm getting that it doesn't matter how long it's been, it feels like a really long time to whoever this is. It's almost like you're both trying to manifest your person, but it feels like one person is kind of sitting still and one person is kind of like on the go. But something's about to change. Like this clarity is about to come in. Like if this is the rising sun, the sun is just coming up over the peak, right? Or over the horizon. And it's not quite on his head yet. It's just below it, and so he's like, it's almost like he's just about to get clarity. I'm also hearing looking at something from a different perspective. Like maybe this person, because I was getting the message of they might be a little bit older than you, or you might be a little bit older than them. I'm getting to kind of like look at things from a different perspective, to maybe not, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Because maybe it's, someone used this metaphor recently. I don't know who it was. I feel like it was in a reading that I watched, but I'm not 100% sure. About, so if you know, you can credit them to this thing that I'm about to say. Oh my gosh, it just left me. Hang on. I can't believe it just left me. Something about the Wheel of Fortune. And I was thinking about how you're like in this circle, right? And there's like all these metal hoops. And you're trying not to get like cut by them. You're trying to maneuver them without getting cut. So it's almost like the change is coming, the change is coming, the change is coming. But you might be avoiding it. You're like kind of like in the midst. This is interesting. I'm seeing this as like an atom. ATOM. Like, like the diagrams in the science class. This is interesting. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get clarifiers, I think. What do I want to clarify with? Okay, I'm going to clarify with the Lovely Omens Tarot. So, okay. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles. Can you clarify the King of Pentacles for Sagittarius mid-month December, please? Sagittarius mid-month December. Clarify this King of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please. King of Pentacles for Sagittarius. What is this King of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please? Clarify this King of Pentacles, please. I really wish I could remember what I was going to say about that Wheel of Fortune. King of Pentacles, please. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. You know what I'm seeing also with that King of Pentacles is like there's a lot of green, and for me it's kind of representing like all of the like seaweed and algae and stuff like that that's on water, like the rivers and stuff. And it fell on the floor. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. King of Cups. With the Five of Swords. Okay. With the Five of Swords is about kind of, it can be about selfishness, and whatnot. Now, I feel like maybe if this is representing you, you could kind of be in this more stubborn energy, because the King of Coins, he can be not, I wouldn't say stubborn, but he's just very practical. And while he cares for others, he also can, he makes sure that he has enough. And with the King of Cups, there's someone who is emotionally, like, they understand emotion, they feel a lot of emotion, but they don't necessarily always show it or talk about it. But here, it's like two people are pouring into a cup, and the third cup is running over, right? But with this Five of Swords on the bottom, I'm seeing kind of like this picture has less in it than this teapot. Now, the teapot is also larger than the pitcher, but it's actually just like, it might just be shaped differently, or it's even a perspective thing, right? Where it's like, that one is further back, so it might look smaller. But I feel like this one is pouring a little bit more into the situation than this one. But what I'm hearing is, if this is you, you might be pouring too much into your pentacle and not enough into your emotions, especially lost on the river. It's like you're kind of like, it's like you're feeling all of the emotions, but you're also lost in it. You want to just find solid ground. But maybe you need to like go a little bit further on this water energy, or like this journey. There's a lot of water right here as well. At least it looks like water to me. The water's behind him. He's on like the shore there. Let's look at the Hangman for Sagittarius mid-month December, please. Can we see what the Hangman, let's clarify the Hangman, please. Sagittarius mid-month December. Okay. Well, we have the 10 of Cups, which is nice. And then 8 of Wands. Okay, so the 8 of Wands represents, typically it is about incoming communications, incoming information, fast forward movement. I said that really weird. Fast forward movement. And then with the 10 of Cups, it's almost like it's incoming information. How I said the sun is rising and it's not quite to his head yet. Like he's not quite seeing it clearly yet. But it's coming. It's almost right there. It's right there. And I feel like there's something that's about to be illuminated regarding 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. So you have the King of Cups and the 10 of Cups. King is the highest court card for the cups, and then the 10 is the highest minor arcana for the cups. And so there's something you're about to get illuminated regarding your emotional fulfillment. And so it's almost like in your mind's eye you are envisioning that island, right? You're envisioning the island where the person is and who the person is, but don't tie labels onto things. Like, look at it from a different perspective. Keep an open mind. I'm hearing keep an open mind. Like right now your mind might be a little bit closed, but something is about to be illuminated and it's about to like blow your mind open, and then change is coming in. Okay, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, please. Wheel of Fortune, please. Wheel of Fortune. I'm just going to take the one that didn't flip over. Wait, what was that? Shoot. I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. Okay. 3 of Swords. And then we have the 8 of Wands again. Okay, they're kind of taking me back to a different point in this reading. Or I don't even know if I talked about this, but I did think about this before I started the reading. About how lost on the river, it could be like leaving a situation behind, like that no longer suits you. And I'm talking about a relationship, because there's a lot of cup energy here, and because of the reading or the information that I got in the song beforehand. And so what I'm getting with this is like, oh, you guys, okay, if you've been in this relationship that is just about like stability, it's not emotionally fulfilling, you're really desiring emotional fulfillment, I'm getting that strongly, and you're thinking a lot about it and how maybe this person doesn't necessarily bring this to you. and you really are desiring change, but you're not seeing illumination. You're not seeing the answer to the solution. And maybe it's not even like you want to leave this person. It could be just like you need things to change. You need things to transform into a practical relationship, into an emotional relationship. It's good to have both, but maybe like one is seriously lacking. Like the right here, what I'm seeing with this is like there's been more practicality than love in this relationship, and you want a lot of love. You want to feel loved, you want to give love, um but you don't know, you're not seeing clearly how to do that, whether with this person or without. But you're desiring change, but a part of you knows that the change is going to bring some heartbreak, either for you or for this other person that you're leaving behind, if you so choose to do that. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So it's almost like I feel like once you get clarity, you're going to communicate it really fast, and it might break people's hearts. Like it might break this person's heart, it might break your own heart. Like you might have to go through heartbreak in order to start going down that river, right? The lost on the river. It's like, it's almost like you want to get lost on the river. You want to get lost in the emotions because you feel like you've just been living this practical existence, and you're kind of like, you're just ready to be more. It's almost like you're seeing the light, that love is the answer, you know? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to use for advice? Okay, I'm going to use the Moonology deck for your advice, okay? So what is the advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading, please? Advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading. Advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading, please. What's the advice for Sagittarius, please? Regarding this reading. Advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading, please. So now I'm also hearing this song, you know, the song that I got for you guys was called Lost on the River, and now I'm hearing the song River, and I know, I'm pretty sure a lot of different people have sang this song, but it's the Leon Bridges version of this song, but I don't know if there's been a lot of people that have sang it, but it's Leon Bridges River, and says, take me to the river. And so it's almost like you do, it's like you're choosing to leave something practical behind for something that's it's going to be more emotionally fulfilling, but you don't necessarily even know what that is yet. You don't know what's going to be emotionally fulfilling. You just know that you're not being emotionally fulfilled now, and you're wanting to. So this is nice. It has blue moon as your advice. Believe in the impossible. And that is kind of that energy. It's like, it's, you don't even see what it is you need yet, but you're deciding to leave things behind that are no longer fulfilling for you so you can track down this impossible. It's something that seems impossible to you, but it's not, because you're being called to believe in it. You're being called to believe in it. Now, then you have waning moon on the bottom, which, what do you need to release? You already know I think you already know what you need to release. If you don't yet, it's about to be illuminated what needs to change. And then you're going to be called to release that thing. So you can find what you need to find. Okay, Sagittarius, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you're interested, I offer personal readings. You can find that information down below. I thank any of you for being present today. Any of your guides that were present from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Any of my guides that were present as well, thankful for them. And if you resonated, you can like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.